Hello all, welcome to this vlog. My name is Satya. Today I want to discuss about the topic which is, I think, in my opinion, very important, which is called as Wi-Fi diagnostics, or checking the health of the Wi-Fi medium at your home, right? So how can we check that from our side, right? Because Wi-Fi has become one of the important commodities in our lives. So wherever we go, we want a Wi-Fi connection to establish our connection to the internet and start browsing and doing useful things, or watching a movie, or for relaxation we want to listen to music. So there are different scenarios there. So now what I want to tell as part of Wi-Fi diagnostics is, if you're using most of the people at home uses ISP home router, which has its own Wi-Fi medium. Then you might ask me why you want to have your own Wi-Fi router. That in the last two vlogs I put about installing Wi-Fi router on Raspberry Pi, and a Wi-Fi router with internet on the Raspberry Pi, right? So why it is important is, ISP home router, you cannot control it. It is controlled by the ISP provider itself, like for example Airtel or Jio, Reliance Jio, like that. But by having, or you can use a commercial Wi-Fi router, but there also you can't control the Wi-Fi very well. So the answer to this is, you need to use a open source. So for the open source Linux, that is Debian, can be installed easily on Raspberry Pi and enable Wi-Fi access point and Wi-Fi router with internet on that particular Raspberry Pi. So Raspberry Pi acts as the intermediate node between your station, like your Samsung, Apple iPhone, or Apple laptop, or as Windows laptop, and it connects through Raspberry Pi. From Raspberry Pi to Ethernet cable, through Ethernet cable it will connect to the ISP home router, right? So one of the problems is Wi-Fi uses CSMA CA, that is carrier sense multiple access collision avoidance. That means it avoids the collision with other frames when they are trying to transmit at the same time. I have discussed in my previous class about CSMA CD and CSMA CA, where I explained these two technologies, where Wi-Fi uses CSMA CA, and your station or a laptop waits for SIFS plus DIFS seconds to send a frame. Let's suppose if somebody is using channel 6 and your Wi-Fi router is also on the channel 6 in 2.4 gigahertz spectrum, then your frame you are trying to transmit at a particular instant, if other person is also transmitting at a same instant, then you are kind of sharing the channel, right? You're just sharing the channel 6. And if they're not using it for actual streaming, first of all, sharing channel is not good. But if they are management frames, that means it takes a long time for them to transmit, then you will not get the airtime to transmit, right? Because of the delay that management frames bring in. And if these management frames are just not required, even though your Wi-Fi router is not having the station from where management frames are coming, still it will consider it. It will use some airtime to detect it and say that these are not valid frames. That means airtime is wasted. So if you see such messages, if you have Wi-Fi diagnostics, you can see that there are a lot of management frames on channel 6, then you can shift to channel 1. If channel 1 has again management frames, you can shift from channel 1 to channel 11. These are the non-interference channels in 2.4 gigahertz, right? So that's why I always there is a continuous effort from my side to study the Wi-Fi medium and provide you guys valuable tips on Wi-Fi health at home. So instead of logging a complaint to the ISP router with respect to Wi-Fi problems, you can diagnose these problems at your end itself, right? You can only complain if your ISP home router connection to the actual internet or ISP backbone is problem, then ISP home router can fix it. Wi-Fi problem also they can fix it, right? But the thing is, you can itself fix the Wi-Fi problem because it can be under your control also by just having a Raspberry Pi in between your ISP home router and your stations. All your stations connect to Raspberry Pi, and Raspberry Pi through Ethernet connects to the local area network of ISP home network. From there it connects to the internet. So keep watching, friends, for more valuable tips on Wi-Fi medium. And I've already put a video where the wireless router with internet can be enabled on Raspberry Pi. I'll put Wi-Fi diagnostics videos also. This is the first starting thing. I will study more Wi-Fi medium and keep putting more healthy tips for Wi-Fi. Okay. So if you're not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to it, and if you like the video, please like the video. Okay, thank you, bye.